Yes, right. That's right. Johan was out building the biggest machine in the entire planet.
It's still bigger than that one. That one is still small.
That's a baby.
That's a baby. Okay, we'll take a look at some of those babies. Right. So currently you do have a job offer, and it's just waiting for immigration. So we've made the miracle happen twice.
Yes.
We've gotten the work twice.
Yes.
Do you want to go into photos? Maybe should we start with the more recent ones, or should we start with Johan's past life? Because I've got a heavy set of the past life where he's got all this experience. I've got also some really great ones of the current life.
Oh, we can go into some past life. Start at the beginning of where everything started.
Okay, very good. We'll do that right now. So we're talking about the past life. This is where you started. You've got these huge machines that you're working on, Johan.
That's good. Correct.
D11, is that a baby?
That is of the dozers. That is one of the biggest ones that you get.
Okay, so a human comes up to maybe this side on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so here we go. Some of these, the wheels are actually bigger than people on some of these vehicles.
Yeah, that's just 100 tonner.
Just 100 tons, yeah. See them every day. There we go. Look at that.
That's a 100 tonner wheel. So that you can see how big the 100 tonner is. But as you can see, you can get, if I'm not mistaken, there's 300 and 400 tons. Is the biggest one you get now, but it's about 3 storage big. So yeah, that one is still a baby.
Okay, 400 tons and 3 stories. So if you think of a 3-story house is like something amazing, that's what your vehicles are now.
Yeah. That's what my toys are made of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is also 100 ton. That is that's 110 ton excavator that was broken. That a rock fall on it, and we fixed it.
Yeah. So fixing these things is different than fixing your average vehicle that has an accident on the road.
Yes, this one is actually a very hard work lifting. So this lifting, so you don't lift with the hands like your vehicles, all day vehicles. You must have cranes and supporting vehicles to help you with this job.
Yeah. Big tools to fix big tools.
That's correct, yes.
And you said rock fall. So behind this photo, is there a cliff or something that has fallen?
So we call it in the mining industry, we call it a high wall. That is open pit mining, the way they mine, and then as they go with the mining process, it creates high walls, and you must actually stay a few meters away from the high wall. And what happened here is when the excavator actually grabbed a load of buck with the rocks, it got like a mudslide. And because it is near the sea, so the soil is very wet. It's not dry, and that's what caused this one to get damaged.
Over the years, you've done many of these fixes on these machines.
That's correct, yes.
So you've become somewhat of an expert on the conditions by which those accidents happen.
That's correct, yes. And
so
mostly as you can say, it's human errors that happen. The most accidents is human error because they know this the how can I say, the rules and regulations of how to operate and where the machine must stand and all that stuff. So yeah, that is mostly human error. It is not nature error. That nature errors is 1 in a million.
Oh, right.
And 99% of your accidents is human errors.
So you can almost always, in every accident such as this one, you can just almost open a book and say, you see that? That's what you didn't do.
Yeah.
The thing is, when something like this happens, you go into a whole investigation And it's not really to pinpoint the guy at fault. It's normally to find out what happened and to put your mitigation measures in place so that it doesn't happen again. So yeah, we always used to tell the guys, listen, whenever something happens and whenever there's an accident and we do the investigation, it's not to tell you that you were wrong. It's to find out what happened and to make sure it doesn't happen again.
You actually you give them a sort of a method to say you found the loophole in the system that we need to close.
Right.
Yeah, that is where we the most of investigations is about that, because there is a loopholes in all the systems. There is much more to put in place to make sure certain stuff is not going to happen again. But yes, there is some human errors that is the person in the accident is at fault, and it's like one we have just before I came to New Zealand about a year and a half ago. There was a supervisor in an open pit mine, and he actually left his bakkie unattended without stop blocks, and that bakkie rolled away and go off the high wall. So it's about 90 meters fall. So that is a human error that he is at fault. He knows the procedures and he didn't follow the procedures. So that's why I'm saying there is sometimes that you pinpoint to the guy that he is at fault, but there's sometimes like this dozer and that excavator is a human error, but it was shown that there is a loophole in the system that they need to check in.
Okay, two clear different approaches to a problem. One is you help the person feel good that because they're already feeling so bad. Why should you beat them down worse? But in another case, it's so obvious. There's no way to play it in the good side. You just say, hey, look, this is dumb.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful photos. So how do you, I mean, just for example, how do you fix this? Here it's stuck. You obviously need big machines to get this out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, what we did here is actually what we waited for that, if you can say that, waste dam to get a little drier so that we can walk around there, because even if you walk there, you just get sucked in. So we just waited for it was a day or two that just get all the water sucked out so it can be dry. Then we took as we call it, a water blaster, and you just blast the sand next to the machine away so that you can get, because that is about, you're looking at 2 meters deep plus sand all around that machine. So the easiest way is to take a water blaster and blast the water just away from it. And then when it is open, you try to, that one is luckily what we did there is we just pull the side shafts out of it and tell the operator, go. He went all the way down to the bottom of the heap, because you will be amazed how the operators is using this dozers in the angle they use them, all that stuff. So that is also amazing to see it, how that dozer is climbing on angles.
They take a beating and keep going, huh?
Keep going, yes. Yeah, you can see that is where we started with the sand water blasting to get it clean.
Oh, okay. And then we've got examples of you starting from something you can't even tell what it is, and then taking it up to the level where it's a finished machine.
Yes, that is one of the rebuilds that I also, that machine was full of rust, and was actually, that's all, if I'm not mistaken, 950 front-end loader is one of the first ones that you still get this mechanical. There's not very much electrical on that one. And what we did here is basically strip it from top to bottom, get the final drives built over, the divs get built over, the engine get built over, the transmission get built over, and all your metal components get sandblasted and get resprayed so that it can look like new again if you finish with it.
So that's another thing that we didn't even cover. Along with all of your other skills, One of them is you can take an old machine that's basically going to get junked,
Yes.
strip it all the way down, replace what needs to be replaced, fix what you can, build it all the way back up so that it looks like you could sell it on a car lot or a.
Yeah, that's what the people is doing. Like they build this, they buy these old machines for next to nothing, then they put all the money into it to get it rebuilt again, and then they sell it for a good couple of bucks. It can be used again for the next 30 to 40 hours, 1,000 hours. So.
30 to 40,000 hours.
That's correct, yes. It's like those 100-tonners, the old ones that we worked on, we pushed them to 65,000 hours.
Okay, well.
The correct maintenance and all that in place, and correct timing for component change outs and all that stuff. We got the lifespan of 65,000 hours.
Okay, 65,000 divided by 2,000 on average, 32 years of work for a person full time.
Yes, correct.
You have, wow.
And those machines are work 24/7, 365 days.
Right, so then it's less years, but it's the same amount of time. Wow.
Time, yes.
And look at this. I mean, you could put some houses would fit on that.
Yeah, that is a PC 5500 front shovel. You can say about 2 small vehicles can fit in that bucket.
And when you build these things up, you have to plan, because you need, in order to lift these big scoops, you need heavy machinery. Now, a light machine won't do it.
Yeah, you have correct cranes, tonnage of cranes. This we used 120 ton to 300 ton cranes to help us with lifting. We did tandem lifting also with this front shovel. And yeah, so you start from the bottom with the tracks and you build it up to where it is complete.
Now, this is what Anne was talking about, you being far away. Those days are over now.
Yeah.
No, luckily.
Yeah.
It's like there, you start at the bottom of the tracks and you build it up.
Starting on the bottom, and even the very bottom is higher than his head.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah. I'm putting my boot on these things to tie my shoe on most machines that I see. And this I can't even reach the top on this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then I just copied this list of certificates that you have from Caterpillar, and you've got a lot of training as well. So you're passed. Well done.